I didn't completely get to the point. No, it would make me feel betrayed, as I was saying, but it would also make me feel betrayed because, I think truly men do feel like women dress for them, which is true from time to time, but there's a specific look that we're kind of all groomed into that we've, like, it's not enough to look good and to feel your best in the clothes that you wear. When you're female, you're usually groomed into knowing from a young age what men will like you to wear. Just creepy as hell. Creepy as fuck. And we're threatened with the idea, this old notion that, you'll be nothing without a man. So, why would you ever dress for yourself in the first place? Don't you know that a man won't like it if you cut your hair short? It's like, there's just, when you're female, there's the existence of this invisible man somewhere over your shoulder, like always, and people are warning you about this invisible man and what he might think of you. I don't think boys get that. I do not think men have to deal with that. Well, the invisible woman will think about your hair and clothes. That is creepy as hell. Imagine turning around to a 15-year-old boy and being like, "You really gonna wear that? What about the invisible woman and what she feels about your clothes?" Because at the same time as being inundated with the message of modesty, with covering up and making sure we're not, exposing ourselves too much, being humble about the way that we look. Fuck that. But being humble about the way that we look. Not finding joy in it for ourselves, of course, because it's all for the invisible man. We're also inundated with the message that you have to dress a certain way to make men find you attractive. And that is very important for some reason. Extremely so. Extremely so. More so than you picking out clothes and wearing your hair or your makeup in a way that makes you feel good. Which is shitty, because the right person will like you for you. And people look good. That's the funny thing, is that people look good when they are being themselves, and whatever being themselves means. And it just prevents you if you can conform, definitely. You can choose to conform. That's the thing, is that I won't fault a person for choosing to conform if it is in fact a choice for them, you know? There's nothing wrong with conforming if conforming is the right choice for you. But it kind of prevents you from finding someone who would genuinely appreciate who you are, if who you are is someone that is currently conforming because you feel you have to. You haven't tried to figure out or explore any other avenues of self-expression that might be better suited to you, that might make you feel good. So it's that. It's definitely that. But it's also along with the fact that I watched with my mother, horrible woman, horrible woman, horrible woman. But I did watch her be ignored a lot by my father and her concerns, and she was right in some of her concerns. I definitely watched her be dismissed a lot growing up. Oh, my parents are toxic as hell. I watched her being dismissed a lot, and that is something I think that came along with the infantilization of the woman in my life. And I think it's not just my dad thing, it is just a thing that men do to women in general, where they dismiss us, you know? We're just in the corner most of the time, and when we have valid needs or concerns or emotions or anything, really, that would entitle us to have an opinion, to take up space, to exert our autonomy in any fucking manner. The men in our lives just dismiss us completely. That's not important. You know? Your emotions are not important, your needs are not important, your wants are not important, you are not important. And at the same time as watching him be bent over backwards for these women and definitely be put through unreasonable demands, he also would dismiss my mother a lot. Sometimes when he shouldn't have. And I've gone through that with my partners where I don't know if I would accurately, definitely for some of them, I was really being dismissed for real. I really was being treated like I wasn't important in that moment, like my misery, my happiness, my whatever was not important. I wasn't important. But I'm wondering now if there were instances where I was wrong, where I felt that way, but it was just me being triggered. And I think it's in some way I guess I just imagined if I looked more like what was expected of me as a woman, if I donned the uniform of femininity, I would get treated the way that the women in my life were treated by my father. In the sense that they were infantilized, they were dismissed, and they were treated like children. And like they weren't important. Or when they were important, it's because they were being so incredibly loud and ceasingly annoying and abusive and horrible. You know? Just just making noise. It sounds so misogynistic when I say it, but like that is sometimes how I feel about my grandmother and my mother. Sometimes they really do annoy the ever living fuck out of me. You know? So yeah. There is a boy at the moment that I have a crush on, and I'm getting the sense that he is no longer attracted to me, whereas I feel he once was. He said that wasn't. That came from his mouth. You know? So, I shouldn't dwell on it any more than I am, but I wonder if he's no longer attracted to me because back when I thought that I was a lot skinnier. I had longer hair and I was dressed in a far more feminine manner. And I've been kind of struggling with that. You know, what do I do with that? Part of the reason that I'm scared to transition into a non-binary identity, hormonally and otherwise, is because I'm worried nobody would find me attractive in that state.